Big Z Reviews. The Witches is a new take on Roald Dahl's classic novel, the same name. And this one is by Robert Zemeckis. And it's on HBO Max. And I enjoyed it.
Witches. They're real. And they hate children.
Welcome.
What would you do if there were mice running all around the hotel?
I would call the exterminator.
You see, girls? He would exterminate those brats.
This movie mainly stars Jazir Bruno and Octavia Spencer, along with the head witch, Anne Hathaway. And essentially, Jazir Bruno, his parents die, and he goes to live with his grandmother. And the grandmother happens to be a bit of a healer woman, and she knows about the witches, and they happen Jazir, he kind of comes under the gaze of one of a witch, and they decide they better get out of there. So they go to a cousin works at his fancy hotel, and they go there, and it just so happens that all the witches are having a meetup at the same hotel. Damn coincidences. And eventually he's turned into a mouse, and he has to try to fight the witches as a mouse and not be eaten. And there's, I remember the original, the previous movie. I enjoyed it. It was one of those movies as a kid that is for kids, but it's pretty scary. And this one isn't as scary, I think. But I mean, maybe it might be for a kid. But the biggest thing, the original was all, practical effects. And this one, they would lean heavily on digital effects. And they could be a little hit or miss. Obviously the mice and stuff like that, they look good. But the modification of the witches, sometimes with Anne Hathaway, it can be really good. They give her kind of like Itchy the Killer, where they have extra wide mouths, and they open up a bunch of teeth, and they're bald, and they wear wigs, and then they have claws for hands. And there's some shenanigans happen in the real world about that, because in the book, and even how they're just described as having claws, but there's giving them misshapen hands. I know the one baker from the British Bake Off that had a misshapen hand, and she was posting about how that's horrible. Is the make fun of them, giving them weird hands, and it's yeah, okay, it's not. I understand that why you may be upset, but come on, it's just a movie, But I liked a lot of what it did. It's just there's definitely a little bit overuse of the digital effects, but for most part they do work really well, and they look good. They obviously spent some money getting them right. And the story is simple, but it's entertaining. And I think that, I haven't really heard too many people talk about it other than the drama around the witch's hands. I haven't really heard too many people talking about it. Maybe because I don't know how many people were watching HBO Max. Because it still is tough, because I know it's I mainly have a Roku in the living room, and the Roku still doesn't have HBO Max because they want money. So I brought my my Xbox One to the living room, and so I could we could watch HBO Max on it. But I don't know, I'm not sure. I think Apple TV, and I don't think it's on Apple TV either. And I don't know if it was working with the Fire TV. I know it's working with Android TV. That's but I'm not sure what, it's still, I guess they don't want to give people money, but that's a big, there's going to be a lot here, but a lot of the movies now are going to be coming out on that, and HBO Max. So it's just funny though that I didn't really hear many people talking about The Witches. but I enjoyed it. It's a bit of a light fare, but it's a fun little story. I enjoyed it. Probably give like an 8 out of 10. But thanks for watching. You should give it a play from my head, and this guy Smithy over there. Thanks. This has been a Big Z movie review. Thanks for watching.